And welcome back to LEGO Harry Potter Years 1 through 4. Last time we finally went into the Forbidden Forest, figured out that the spider had nothing to do with it, and now the Chamber of Secrets, which has been open this entire time, they are now calling out Gilderoy Lockhart. Not really. In the movie / the book, there was another message at this point saying that, oh yeah, her skeleton will lie within the Chamber of Secrets forever. Basically saying the monster had taken someone and they were done. They were gone. No more. That person was Ginny Weasley, Ron's younger sister, who was in the 2 videos ago. She was in the bathroom with all the red magic around her. And now, because Gilderoy Lockhart is the Defense Against the Dark Arts teacher, he was sent to go save him. Save her. And this is when Harry and Ron go confront him to give him information. They know how to... They know what they're doing. They give him the information. And they catch him packing up all of his stuff because he is a total fraud. He's a con man. He doesn't know what he's doing. He was selling all the stuff in his book to make a quick buck. How is he selling all the information in the book? Well, he's good at memory charms. And there's one particular memory charm, Obliviate. It will basically erase the memories of whoever it's being used on. And that's what he does, is he would interview a wizard or a witch, record their entire journey, erase their memory of going on said journey, and then he would go on it himself. He would sell it as his own adventure. So that's how he ended up getting the job at Hogwarts. And Dumbledore kind of knew he was a fraud because he would hear the stories from some of his friends who had been on those adventures, and then all of a sudden couldn't remember it. And in a weird way, Dumbledore kind of said he did it because, like, even a bad teacher can still teach you something, even if you didn't know what you were learning. Anyway, we've now created Student in Peril, because I had to, because I need this to keep that rat going. And I'm gonna have to bring that back. Okay, whatever. Come here. Oh yeah, that's another thing. Playing as Harry, you're gonna be having a Myrtle follow you around this entire part of the level. Because he is, for some reason, infatuated with him. I don't know. I'm not gonna pretend I do. But ghosts are ghosts. Alright, what do I need to... Right. I think there's... Nope. Think, what was it? Pop. Right. There it is. Maybe? Yes. That's what I was looking for. Okay. This is what we need for the next part. Alright, let's go. Alright, so the Basilisk, the monster we're going to be fighting eventually, is basically said to be a giant snake. That's why in the book and the movie, not so much here because they don't have voiceover, Harry can hear it speak. Throughout the book and the movie, it's one of the big subplots that he's hearing this disembodied voice all over the castle. And then every time he hears the voice, something bad happens, and someone has been petrified. And this is kind of when they figure out, oh, that's why I can hear it speak, is because it's a big old snake. Even though there's not too much after that. Hey! Good, man. This is gonna be a fun one. Alright. We are now ready to enter the Chamber of Secrets. Alright, let's go. Nope, come on. Yeah! I wish I could jump in it backwards. It'd be cool, but nope. Can't do anything with that, but I can do something with this. Let's start building skeletons. There's a lot of bones for this thing to have just been opened, so I don't know what was going on. But no, the history of the Chamber of Secrets is that when Hogwarts was founded, it had 4 houses, one of which being Slytherin house. The Slytherin house and founder Salazar Slytherin kind of had this belief that magic should be taught within all magic families. Certain wizards shouldn't be taught. So he only wanted certain students in the class, and when he couldn't get in the school, and when he couldn't get his way, he's like, well, then only these students in my house. So that's what it was. And then allegedly, this chamber was built so that the heir of Slytherin could come in and finish the job if Salazar ever couldn't. Well, obviously, he couldn't because they're like, hey, you can't be doing this. Right? So he built the chamber, locked it away, against kill the monster. Well, he did just that. Years later, Tom Riddle comes over and finds out that he is basically the heir of Slytherin and can open the Chamber of Secrets, control the basilisk, and that into recap. While in school, he opened the Chamber of Secrets. It actually wreaked havoc and ended up killing Moaning Myrtle. Well, because of that, the school was threatening to close. So that's when Tom got the bright idea to blame Hagrid for it, knowing he had a big old spider in the cupboard. Spider had seen nothing past the cupboard. And, of course, after that, the evidence was insurmountable, which is why Hagrid was framed. But Dumbledore convinced the former headmaster to keep him on as the gamekeeper. And Dumbledore kept an eye on Riddle, so he couldn't send Snape the Basilisk through anytime soon. Which is why it went on a hiatus until it was eventually found out that, yeah, no, it wasn't him. And then Riddle eventually once Riddle stopped going to school, the attack stopped, which was kind of when people piece things together. Anyway, now on to the next part. Nearing the boss fight. Yep. We've opened the final part, and Lockhart's like, yeah, no, I'm not fighting this monster. So, here's what I'm gonna do. He planned to collect a handful of bones, enough for the 3 of them. Well, enough for Jenny, not the 3 of them. Erase their minds, and basically saying, oh yeah, by the time I get back, the public will know, hey, he was gone, it was too late, and y'all lost your minds at the side of the body. He stole Ron's wand, which was broken, and it backfired, erasing his memories instead. So, you know, turn around, fair play. Alright, plot fight. So to get it, the Basilisk is going to... That's fine, I need to go 3 houses away. The Basilisk will kind of get those little laser eyes, and that's basically where he's going to deliver a strike. So, what you're going to want to do to eventually brew this potion, kind of get him to lock on, and then once the goes away, that's when he'll strike. And then you kind of move when the eyes kind of turn off. Because once it's got the target locked, that's when you move. Not at the last minute like I was doing. But, that's alright. Get out of the way. Give me the skeleton off you. No, oh, okay. Alright, not sure why it's doing that now. Can't start means it can't still work. Can't do anything. And yes, this is also a reveal where kind of Tom Riddle is Lord Voldemort, which is what that scene was. And he kind of stands around preventing anyone from exploring this part of the level. And so you can't really do much. I mean, you can't go into the swimming, not the swimming, but that pool of water. Can't get there because he prevents you from doing so. Now, that we have our strength potion, we're gonna jump right over here and pull this. Great. And it should stop him. Yeah, because now he can't hit me anymore. And here comes Fox, the Phoenix, leaving the sorting hat. But now he is removing the eyes of the basilisk. Why are you playing with the eyes? Don't scream. Because the whole thing about it is, hey, you did blind it. It can hear you. So don't yell. Alright. I'm back now, finally? Yes. Alright. Why is Tom Riddle up there? Oh, right. He's up there because I can't move on yet until I knock him silly. There it is. Now that it's knocked, it'll eventually move right up there. Right by the big old, what? No? I thought, yeah, okay, finally, now he's moved. Okay. That's what I needed. Cause Ginny, are you gonna, no? Oh, I don't have to. Okay, usually I play this with the second place. That's right. So, only one person needs, you can bring them both up, but both of y'all need to bring it down. Sorry. Played this game a lot with a sibling, so you typically don't lift them both up at once. You lift one, your sibling lifts the other, and that calls it. Presto, we now have the sword of Gryffindor. It's supposed to be revealed after this. Okay, we're doomed. No, we're not. Okay. Let's get back up here, get this money. And now it can't over off the map. There's the sword. And the basilisk is taken care of. Hooray! Gone. And now for some Lego fun. Because Tom Riddle is like, I can still take the power. And yep. It is now a voodoo doll. Oh, one of my favorite parts of this, game is using the diary to mess with Tom Riddle as a voodoo doll because he had been basically controlling her all year to do all the stuff. This is that little revenge. And Harry's now mentally done with all of this. Goodbye. He's gone. And now Fox has saved Ron and Lockhart, who's still a little loopy, and is flying us out of the chamber. Hooray! Level complete. Replay unlocked. This fully finishes the Chamber of Secrets level-wise. One of the 4 house crests, no big deal. Probably could have gotten more if I looked around / paid attention. True Wizard, didn't do so high. More money. Okay, we finally cracked 700,000. I'll probably crack 1 million before the end of the 3rd movie. Yeah, maybe. Student in Peril has been collected. That's always good. One less I have to worry about. But that's kind of one of those freebies they give you in the level saying, hey, don't forget to be looking for these while you're in the level. Alright, let's finish this off. Right now. There it is. Alright. Now for the happy ending. Ron is digging into the beans. Harry is having a discussion with Dumbledore, figuring out what's going on, and Lucius Malfoy is Dobby's house elf. Well, Dobby is Lucius's house elf. Due to the shenaniganry and treatment of Dobby, Harry now has an idea. He's gonna borrow that book because he knows that Malfoy slipped the diary into Ginny Weasley's cauldron while they were at Born and Burke in the beginning of the movie. He's now given it to Dobby, who has been given clothes. Anything you know about a house elf, if a house elf is given clothes, it frees them from their basically enslavement, or servitude, but that's the more correct term. And it is now time for the end of the year feast. Hermione is back, as well as every other petrified student, but we only care about the one. Love how, you can kind of see it in the background, Harry, Ron, and Hermione are the only characters in the entire, Great Hall with unique hair pieces. Everyone else has, that generic side comb. Kind of like Squirrel, they all have that hair piece, and all the women have that just the long, okay, I say that, it's not that blonde with the different hair. Well, that ends the Chamber of Secrets. That's going to end this episode with a whopping 20.2% done. And next time, we start The Prisoner of Azkaban, Year 3. Till then.